Hiya swabs, Captain Jeff the Pirate here, at your service. And welcome to another episode of Captain Jeff Reviews and Questions Adventure Time. Today's episode, The Mountain. I had to watch this episode a couple of times because it'd be a wee bit confusing for me, but, and it this be one of those episodes that they don't take too seriously. It goes way off the beaten path. So with that, here we go. It opens up in the kingdom of the Lemon people, and after its oppressive militant state, it looks like things have improved significantly. Granted, it's still being run by Lemongrab, but, well, at least there's be some improvement. Like, the people be organized, there be farming, there be crops, there be machineries, people working together. But of course, Lemongrab, he still be on top, still having his subjects pretty much carry him from place to place so he doesn't have to walk. Speaking of which, there be a very small dinner ceremony, and then he be going to bed. Upon which he be gazing up at a tapestry on the ceiling. I will provide images at the end. So, like, I'll be first looking at this, and I thought it has nothing to do with the episode. But I'll show at the end how it correlates. And you'll see it too. So, Lemongrab, he look at the tapestry, so he grabs a bag full of little lemon seeds and goes off on his lemon camel to some unknown destination. Meanwhile, we cut to Finn and Jake, who be stargazing and be getting ready to watch an astronomical event. When Jake hears something, Finn looks, and it be the Flame Princess trying a dance routine with Cinnabon. So this upsets Jake a little bit. No, this upsets Finn a wee bit. So Jake be like, nah, it be over there. What is it? So they look, and it be Lemongrab. Where be he going? Looks like he's heading to the Mountain of Mathews. I've heard some crazy stories there. Well, look at that Flame Princess got me depressed, so let's go check it out, says Finn. And thus begins the adventure. Upon arriving at the entrance to the mountain, the first part of the tapestry kicks in. Finn, for some reason, only Finn be able to go into the mountain. Jake is being blocked by this rock monster creature thing. And here on the screen, I be showing the first part of the prophecy, alongside with an image from the show. Okay, so after that, so Finn proceeds inside the mountain, where Jake has to wait outside. Lemongrab, he comes up to the second part of the tapestry. It looks like 3 sections, it's 3 mirrors, and for him to proceed, he has to go further. He has to pick the correct mirror. On the left, it be his greatest wish or desire for the Princess Bubblegum to be understanding him and accepting him for who he be. In the center, it shows the return of young Lemonhope. Only now he rules the kingdom and everyone loves him. He's abolished all of Lemongrab's laws. And Lemonhope says, sorry, Lemongrab, but I deem ye unacceptable. And then finally, on the far right, it shows Lemongrab and Lemongrab 2. They be playing with little lemon sweets, their favorite little toy. This be a time when they were arguing and trying to fight over him and almost break him and rip him apart. To this extent, Lemongrab enters that one, while leaving the other 2 behind. Finn still be following after him. But thus, Lemongrab enters the 3rd segment. Finn enters also after him, and he has 3 choices also. On the left, Cinnabon has deflated and is offering that Finn can wear him as some kind of suit to dance with the princess. So I guess Finn's greatest acceptance is that greatest wish is he wants to be accepted by a princess. In the center, Jake has made Finn cakes, and Bimo wants some, but okay, so I don't know what's that about. And on the right is a butterfly, and this be the one back from when Finn realized that was a spirit animal, or from a past life he was a butterfly. So he chooses and rides on that one. Alright, before I go on further, here be a picture of the 2nd segment. And it also has the 3rd segment partially in there also. Okay, so now here be the 3rd segment. I used Finn because he had it was the best example. Little more variation. So basically, Lemongrab be on a giant version of himself, and and there'd be a smaller version of himself on his nose. it's a cycle thing. It's like looking within oneself or some psychobabble nonsense. Anyway, he finds out that there'd be Lemongrease all over this place. And if you recall, he was once called being Lemongrease. So he proceeds forward into the unknown. Finn proceeds after him, and also, only he'd be running on his own arm instead of his own nose. And at one point, his arm be gone. It ends in a stump, symbolizing his loss of the arm recently, and then it be grown back. So then Finn enters the final chamber where he sees Lemongrab talking with what looks like a giant cloud. I think it's made of rocks or something. It looks like the beast outside. And here be the final part of the tapestry. Here be part of the tapestry. Alright, so Finn and Lemongrab, they somehow be in strange garbs, like white robes, like for some weird cult or something. So what be going on here? Lemongrab thinks that it is his destiny to interact with Mathew, which is the name of the thing. Finn wants to slay it, using his Finn sword, but he says, ask yourself. So Finn asks the sword, and the reflection inside says, don't do it. Shakes his head no. The whole point of Mathew, though, is that he be collecting people coming together, breaking them down to their original creation, and absorbing them. He will then become an unspeakable terror of Second Age, and thus reshape the world. I wonder if this has anything to do with that comet or whatever, like, maybe if he was a comet at some point or another. Okay, so then, Lemongrab, he's like, I could either die and enjoy my death and be one with this being, because Lemongrab is like having some soul-searching personnel issues. This, like I said, this episode will be very tricky. But then on the other hand, he pulls out seeds of Lemon John. So now the fourth part of the prophecy of this tapestry be starting to come to fruition. So, Finn is trying to stop it, but then Lemongrab throws the seeds into the mouth of Mathew. And Mathew chokes and explodes. And from him come all these guys dressed in the robes. Like I said, this might be some weird cult thing or something. So they proceed to beat up Lemongrab. He tries to use his sonic sound sword, but it doesn't work, so Finn has to save him and they run out. Meanwhile, outside, Jake be talking with the rock creature, asking him why he can't get in. And right before the great reveal, explosion! The rock creature is destroyed. Lemongrab used Finn's sword, and Finn still be carrying him like fireman style. So they take Lemongrab back to his castle, where he just goes back to bed and stares up at the tapestry. And he's like, yes, I be Grease. And thus ends the episode. Now, this episode, I found it way weird, and I had to, like I said, I watched it multiple times. So overall, I'd be giving it 1 thumb up. It'd be alright, but you don't have to worry about if you see it or not. Now, at first I thought the tapestry had nothing to do with the episode, but then looking at it, you see how it correlates with the events in the episode. Now the question is, did Lemongrab save the day? Was it his destiny to be one with Mathew? Was it his destiny to destroy Mathew? I don't know, but I don't know how that got in there to the Lemon Kingdom, but is the prophecy fulfilled? And would Mathew's his new horrible creation of himself, would that have really brought about another age of good change, or would it brought about something bad? Because I mean, the last person of change that came, that was Finn's father, and that made life miserable for those little snowmen people. And speaking of which, I haven't seen those guys since the previous episode. Though, granted, Finn and Jake were out camping, so they weren't at the house, so... Yeah, this episode has some connectivity, and also that raises a whole bunch of questions like that. And, like I said, well, here's what we know from Lemon Hope, that the kingdom is still standing there, so we have to wonder, will it continue to progress? Will it stay the same? Will it once again descend into chaos until some hero has to rise and save the Lemon people once again? I don't know. But like I said, I give this episode a thumbs up. I had to watch it multiple times, and if you, trust me, if you have to watch it multiple times too, yeah, I completely understand. What the... okay, until next time, this be Captain Jeff, reviewing and questioning Adventure Time, saying, Arr! Thank you for watching. Now, if you excuse me, there'll be a parrot or something loose in here. I gotta figure out what made that noise. Have a nice day.